So I got 90 days to get 100 clients to whatever product or service that I'm building. I'm going to be starting at zero. Basically, I'm going to be using AI throughout the entire process. Well, if I don't, 5 lucky viewers will get a full year's access to whatever product or service that I'm building. Okay, welcome to episode 1. Today we're going to do some research. Remember, this is a 90-day challenge to get 100 clients. And so firstly, we need to find out what South Africans actually need. We're going to ask AI to actually do the market research for us. We're going to try Gemini, we're going to use Perplexity, and yeah, we're going to see what apps and what problems are South Africans actually facing and how we can build practical everyday solutions that will actually help them, right? So that's where this is the strategy we're going with. We're just not going to build something and then try and sell it. We're going to do research, we're going to see what's out there, we're going to see what works, what doesn't work, and how we can implement something that South Africans actually want, and we can actually provide a viable solution to that. Okay, so let's take it. Let's go for it. Okay, so one of the first things that we had done is we are using Gemini, and we're going to ask Gemini a question. And these questions I've basically described everything that I needed to Claude AI, and Claude came up with a primary question. And the question that Claude came up with was, what are the 10 most frustrating daily problems South Africans are currently experiencing in 2024, and particularly around digital services, financial services, transportation. It went into understanding and asking, what are the pain points over the last 6 months? Go and research over the internet. Go to different social media platforms. And then it also went and asked for what subscription-based services or products clients are paying for and what are their pain points. And so Claude was quite instrumental in this. And as you can see, quite a bit of research was conducted. And it gave up a lot of information from home affairs, water security crisis. It came up with banking problems. It came up with, the F&B app, or even other apps, like Capitec, that there was minor problems that they found. There was cyber fraud epidemic. There was, subscription friction, especially with streaming services like Amazon Prime Video and even Netflix, and even the gym as well. There was stuff about people complaining about the gym subscriptions, that came up as a problem. Transportation and logistic bottlenecks, as well as, the last mile. They found that people were, in the last mile, they had some problems in getting their deliveries done. Then there were other factors that came about, was about safety, security, and infrastructure. Then Department of Home Affairs came up a few times, long queues and poor service delivery. This is common, we experience this all the time. Then they went on to other frustrations in terms of e-commerce. And so the list went on, going into detail about 10 major things. And as you can see, Perplexity, they came up with different scenarios as well. So, and these were around WhatsApp, Mr. D Foods, Uber Eats kind of problems. And some of them gave very specifics. Like what I found was the difference between Gemini and Perplexity. Gemini was quite thorough compared to Perplexity. Perplexity went on about how they looked around across the network of South Africans and seen, okay, what else are people paying for? They found that people are paying for WooCommerce, subscription based stuff, like your gym memberships, like your buying a coffee or Yappy Chef. There's a few things where people are paying for, especially digital products that people are paying for on a monthly basis. So I even went and found on the internet to say, okay, what about other areas? Can we have people stand in lines to combat the home affairs. I even went into more detail about the fitness, the gym thing, because that came up twice on both sides, to see what people experiencing, especially with the apps. So a common analogy, a common problem here is that the apps cost as much as the almost as the as gym membership, and you need a few apps to do everything that you want, and the synchronization issues. So here I just wanted Google Gemini to give me a little bit more information about this. And yeah, so it went further into automated wellness ecosystems. It went a lot further, actually, giving me a lot more information, and this is such a wonderful start. And one of the frustrating things that they found was anti-contract boutique gym. This is where the gyms used to force the people into getting a contract without them actually knowing that it was a 24-month contract. And yeah, it went on double debiting, and yeah, and so these are factors that we could actually consider when actually doing this, choosing an app. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this entire list, and I'm going to put it all together and put a top 10 list, and see from here what resources we have, and what can we actually build to actually meet South Africans, the need. So yeah, but as you can see, there's a lot of information. There's a lot, and this research actually took me an hour, but I actually compressed it into this video so that it's not as long. So thank you. This is day 1 of the research part for this 90-day challenge. As you can see, there's quite a bit of information. I'm going to go through this thoroughly, and if you made it to this far, I mean, it's been an hour, almost an hour of recording, and yeah, we're gonna go through this journey with us for the next 90 days and figure out what solutions South Africans want. I'm going to note down the app as one of the options. Maybe there's a different angle we can position it, because there are currently apps out there, but what would make us different, right? But also there's other things, connectivity costs. There's quite a bit of information from this research that I've done. So now I'm going to put it all on the board, see what works, and make a choice. That's the only way we're going to make a choice. And but at least based on actual research we've done, right? I still feel like this research is very, how can I say, there's like something missing from it. I don't know what it is, but there is definitely something missing from it, because it's very like based on what they found on the internet. Like for example, it's very like government related, and home affairs, and load shedding, and banking. There's nothing like specific apart from there are one or two things that we could actually capitalize on, right? But majority of the stuff is very intangible kind of way, so like, I don't know, maybe the security one we can actually, well, really the bank can come up with a better solution there. I mean, they've had ATMs for the past since the 1990s, so I'm sure that there's a way to prevent people from robbing them at the ATM, right? Yeah, so let me go through this. Thank you so much for watching. Let me go through all of this, and then let's put it on a list. Let's pick an option and let's roll with it, right? So the next step is we're gonna build, well, once the research is done, I think I'm gonna do one more set of research. I want to, just for my sanity, yeah, I want to ask around, ask actual people, what is their daily typical life or typical work week, and then I want to find out, okay, what are you all actually experiencing in terms of frustrations? What is majority of people actually frustrated about in South Africa? Yes, there's load shedding, yes, there's crime, yes, there's other things, but like a deeper thing, like there might be something that we might be missing, like recycling, for example. Is that something people are really concerned about? Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you everyone. Enjoy the evening, and good night.